Hello everyone, this is Rachel with Mic Drop Miniatures, and today I want to show you how I made Santa's Workshop from the digital downloads, the printables from the Mini Makers Club for December. So this was so much fun to make, and so you would have received this sheet. This is something you would print out if you're not going to use a Cricut, and then you also have all the Cricut files. I provide those for you as well. So I went ahead and printed everything, and I cut them out either by hand or with a printer, or with a Cricut, sorry. So the first thing I just want to go over is Santa's mailbox. So here it is all done. You can leave the bottom. It can be not glued in or glued in, whatever you prefer. And then to go in Santa's mailbox, you have all these envelopes. And these three here at the bottom were designed not to open. So I'll just show you, here's one. And I apologize for my messy hands, but I've been creating these all day. So these ones, so here's this one. It's not meant to be open. But then you also have these four where you can keep them open, and then you can put the envelope, the letter inside, maybe next to it. You can also fold it and glue it together however you prefer. And then you do have several letters to go in the envelopes. Next, I have these presents. So there's two on this side and then three on this side. And I do have a separate tutorial on how to put those together, so make sure to scan the code and that will bring up the video for how to make these presents, all made out of paper. So much fun. All right, and then next we have a toy crate, because what's Christmas without a toy crate? It's very simple to put together. I have a diagram on the very back that shows where you score the pieces, and then you just fold it. And it's meant to hold toys. It's really cute. One of them on the side says ready for delivery. Other side's toy crate. And then next we have the toys. So here they are here. On the very back page, I show you where to score them. And I just printed these on a heavier cardstock. You can use matte or glossy. I used matte for these. So there's 5, I think, different toy cartons for you to make. Then a fun one that we have are some little pull toys. So I printed these, or cut these with my Cricut, and I just want to show you like how great a Cricut can cut. So I highly recommend that you use the files to cut these with a Cricut. I mean, it can be done with hand, but it makes it so much easier. So what you want to do with these is layer about 2 to 3 pieces together, and then sandwiched in between, put a piece of string. Now I just added a knot on mine, but you could use like a little tiny bead that you have. And then for the wheels, again, 2 to 3 layers, depending on how thick your paper is. And then I did go and take a Sharpie marker and just make it black all the way around, because you don't want to see the white. So I have the duck all done. Here is the elephant. What I got to do to him next is add on the wheels. And then I will take a Sharpie marker. I started here with gray, and I'll go ahead and finish the rest of him. I just love these. They're so much fun. All right, and then next on that sheet, who remembers these? I used to love these as a child. They're the velvet posters. So here it is done. And all I did was cut these out. I printed these on a little heavier cardstock. And then I found these little bags. Mine are 2 by 3, but you really can use any size that you have. And I put 2 of them in, even though maybe you could just use 1, but I did both of them. So I'm going to put the puppy. Maybe what you could do, oops, hidden stuff is layer them like this so the back even has a poster also. All right, I put them into the bag. And then mine always came with markers. So all I did was, for this one, I took a Sharpie marker and I just colored the top of a toothpick, a decorative toothpick. Otherwise, this one, I'm going to cut. I took a Sharpie marker and I did the very tip. I left a space and then I continued. So I kind of want it to look like a pencil. And then all I'll do is trim them without getting them to go flying. Yep, I knew it was gonna fly. And I probably would finish that top piece off with just, I don't have the marker here, but I would definitely do that. You can sand them if you don't really like the shape of them. All right, so I got my little markers in there. Then I took scissors and I cut. And then I just folded it over and I put some tape along the back. Oop, I'm losing my pencil. And then fold it over and put some tape on the back side to hold that together. And then I did give you like little labels that you can glue on the side. So it makes it look like it's a little poster ready to gift. So there it is again. I hope you like these. These were so much fun to create. All right, next we can go, what's Santa's workshop without his naughty list? So here's a book. What you want to do is print this out and you want to score it. And again, on page 5, it's the last page of this workbook. Let me find it. Here it is. I do have a guide of where to score. So if you can see the book over here, you score just in between every page and then also the spine of the book. And what you're going to do is fold it like an accordion. Okay. And then make sure to fold it the other way as well. And you're going to shape it into a book to make sure that it's all square and that it's folded correctly before you glue. And then all I do is I just like to take a glue stick. And I'm going to put glue. Make sure that you put the glue on all corners. We don't want a book that comes apart. Okay, now working pretty quickly. I always like to start with this back side of the front cover. So I'm just going to fold it again like an accordion. Try not to get glue all over my finger. And if I do get glue on my finger, I want to quick wipe it off, just because I don't want it on the front of the book or on the pages. So while pinching it together, I'm going to wrap it around, and that's going to give me a tight fit. And then I do like to put something heavy on this, let it dry. But you have Santa's naughty list. Such a fun project. It's an easy way to make books is when you can design them like an accordion like that. All right, let's see what else we have. I think what's in to go over? The signage. So I have a lot of signs for you. These I thought would be fun inside and outside of the workshop. This one pole design that I designed, I wanted to show you these. This is a straw that I found. And how cool would that be to put all your signs on these festive straws? Another idea, if you want a smaller one, is to take a Q-tip, cut off the ends, and then just with a marker, make like a candy cane stripe. So that would be another idea. And the rest of them are right here. I thought I would put these onto the walls of my workshop. Maybe some of them will go on a stand once I start decorating. Also, you have some shipping labels, some tags. I thought these would be fun to put on the products or even on the toys or on the presents. So you have several of those. Also, you have a clipboard with a naughty and nice. I wanted to point this out. So this little clip here is 3 layers of paper. And then if you can see, I took a toothpick and I just propped it up to give it some dimension. That's my little clipboard. You could print off 2 of these and make the back wood, or maybe just a marker if you want to finish that a little more. And then next, let's get into the workbench. So I'm just gonna make us some room here. All right, so the workbench, I cut this on my Cricut. I used 2mm chipboard, and I want to make each piece about 1/8 of an inch. So what I need to do is layer it twice, and I have that in the packet for you. So I printed 2 of these and I layered them, and then I cut 2 of these and layered them. For the legs, you want to try to make them 1/4 of an inch. So I printed 4 of these and layered them. So I glued them together. So let's get started. We're going to take the legs, which are these. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure up. So I'm going to mark 1/2 inch on all of them. All right, so now I'm going to take 2 of them. And with the bottom support, I'm going to glue right on top of that line. I'm just here using wood glue. Any type of glue would work here. And now I'm just gluing right on top of that line. Hold it in place, let it just set, and then we'll move on to the next one. You do want to make sure that you try to get these square. So if you have Legos on hand, those really help. Okay, let that dry. I don't have my Legos, but I really like to use them to keep all my things definitely square. All right, next piece. Make some room here. All right. Okay, and then once those are dry, you can go ahead and add these top pieces. Again, they're layered with 2, so make them about 1/8 of an inch. And make sure that they're flush with the top pieces, because this is what's going to hold the countertop. Okay, so once your pieces are dry, which I'm hoping mine are, we'll see, I'm going to add glue to all these little pieces right on the edge. And what we're going to do, I'll do the other side right away too. All right, so we're going to stand the legs up. And I'm going to glue my bottom shelf right to the inside of this bottom support, holding it, making sure that it's flush here with the sides. And your legs, if you can see here, they're inward. So now I'm going to flip this up and do the same thing. Put my shelf on, making sure that it's flush with the sides. And I'm just going to hold this in place until it dries. Okay, now when you think your piece is dry, what you're going to do is you can flip it up. And we are going to add the side supports. So I'm going to add glue here, here, and then you can add your sides. And then you can flip it around and do the same thing to the other side. Okay, so the last thing you want to do once this dries is we're going to add the tabletop. I put this little diagram here. If you want to score some lines into this top and make it look like wood, you can make it look like this. Maybe you want to put paper over the top. It's totally up to you. But once this dries, I'm going to flip it over and just glue this right on top. All right, so I think that includes my tutorial. If you have any questions, please reach out. MikeDropMiniatures.com. Always happy to answer any questions. And if you're not a member yet, please check out Mini Makers Club. You can find it at MikeDropMiniatures.com as well. All right, thank you for watching. Bye.